And welcome into 810 Varsity as we are here live from St. Thomas Aquinas for St. Thomas Aquinas versus Mill Valley. St. Thomas Aquinas coming into this game 3-0. They come off a win last Thursday night, 49-14 over Blue Valley Northwest. And Mill Valley comes into this game 2-1 as they fell to Bishop Miege last week, 40-7. As captains are out in the midfield. And right now, St. Thomas Aquinas sits tied atop Class 5 in the East for districts. They sit tied with DeSoto, who also is 3-0 with a plus 39 total. Mill Valley currently sits 6th at 2-1. They are -1 so far as they have wins in week 1, 35-24, and then week 2 they beat St. James Academy 14-13, and then last week they had the -13, so that puts them at the -1. So again, Mill Valley tough stretch playing at Bishop Miege and then at St. Thomas Aquinas. That's got to be one of the toughest stretches that really anybody in the state of Kansas has to deal with. But Mill Valley, a talented football team, they throw really more than they throw more than they run. The exact opposite for Aquinas, they will run more than they will pass. But Raboyne had a good evening last week against Blue Valley Northwest. He had a 99-yard strike for a touchdown in the first half of last week's game, and he also had a couple of other nice throws to Cameron Jackson last week as well that put St. Thomas Aquinas in a position to score. So you can probably see Raboyne to have a little bit more confidence, but everything for Aquinas starts with their sophomore running back, Tank Young. He's got 635 yards and 9 touchdowns through 3 weeks so far this season. He's the real deal. Just being a sophomore, that is impressive stats, averaging 211 yards per game. So St. Thomas Aquinas will kick things off to begin this game. Mill Valley starting off last week again. Lost 40-7 to Bishop Miege. St. Thomas Aquinas 3-0 last week, beating Blue Valley Northwest on Thursday evening at Blue Valley Northwest. So O'Leary will be set to kick things off here in week 4, and this week 4 matchup is underway. And that is going to go into the back of the end zone. We saw a lot of that last week as well. O'Leary, whenever he didn't have an onside kick, kicked it out of the back of the end zone. And he doesn't just kick it into the end zone, he kicks it out of the back of the end zone for the most part. Another beautiful evening last week. Low to mid 80s this week. Low 80s to high 70s. So quarterback Jordan Preston, 6 foot, 207 pound senior, flinging out here to the near side, missed tackle, and a gain of about 9 completed to Logan Talley. Jordan Preston so far in the year, 58 of 94 for 714 yards and 3 touchdowns. Logan Talley, before that catch, 20 catches, 228 yards, their leading receiver. Again, only scoring 7 points last week. Mill Valley going to look to start off fast here in this one against Aquinas. Aquinas last week struggled a little bit in the secondary as that screen pass out to Talley. And Talley's going to be able to pick up a first down. And like I was saying, Aquinas really struggled in the secondary last week, had 4 or 5 defensive pass interferences against Blue Valley Northwest. And that was with a backup quarterback.
That was a gain of 9, first and 10 for the Jaguars from their 37.
And last week, Aquinas winning 49-14. Still was a little sloppy in that game on both sides of the football. You know that they're going to try to sure some things up. Preston hands it off to the running back. Over to the far side. Got a gain of 2 that'll bring up 2nd and 8. That was Tyler Green. He comes into the ball game with 75 attempts, 329 yards, and 4 touchdowns. So he's averaging just over 100 yards per game. That would be very impressive if the counterpart to him, Tank Young, was on averaging 211 yards. So 2nd and 8. From their own 39-yard line are the Jaguars of Mill Valley. Man in motion. And there's going to be a false start on the Jaguars. So they'll take it back down to 2nd and 13. And seen it so far this season. That's where Aquinas really makes you pay, is whenever you start shooting yourself in the foot. Their defense, again, last week struggled a little bit. Blue Valley Northwest scored to make it 21-12, but it was negated on a holding penalty, and then Aquinas was able to force a turnover later in that drive. 2nd 13, 10-20 left to go here in the first. Over to Tally. Tally tries to make a man miss, and he's taken down. It looks like that's going to be a loss of 1. Going to bring up 3rd and 14 for the Jaguars. And so far, you've seen a lot of wide receiver strings to Tally early on in the ball game. 3rd and 14. The Saints, you're definitely thinking pass. Preston looking right. Throws right. It's going to be caught, but it was a little underthrown. So it looks like cuts it in half. Gets a gain of 7. It'll bring up 4th and 7. And Mill Valley will punt. So it'll be 4th down. Punt team out for Mill Valley. Looks like Elias Carson back deep. Rugby style punt. And it's going to go out of bounds at the Saints 34-yard line. So that's where St. Thomas Aquinas will take over for their first possession of the ball game. And again, one thing you got to start with this St. Thomas Aquinas offense, two different teams here. Mill Valley's going to kind of be more spread out, try to throw it a little bit more. St. Thomas Aquinas is going to run the football. They wishbone triple option, and it's worked to perfection. Again, Tank Young has 635 yards on the season. Tate Raboyne, the senior. Cameron Jackson, O'Leary, and Tank Young, the running backs in the ball game for the Saints. Raboyne's going to keep it. He's going to get a nice gain of 4 and bring up 2nd and 6. Again, as impressive as Tank Young has been so far this year, you can really use him as a decoy, especially early in the ball game. Because every single team now expects them to get it to Tank Young. 2nd and 6, 8:23 to go. Young gets it, and there's going to be no gain. We'll see where they spot it. Looks like it's going to be no gain, so it'll leave it at 3rd and 6. And in the middle, nothing doing. Third and 6. First 3rd down of the ball game for the Saints. Moyne looking to throw. Steps into it. He gets hit. Looking for O'Leary. And it's going to be incomplete, but there's going to be a flag thrown. O'Leary pretty much got tackled.
The pass was intended for number 25, Cameron Jackson. Coverage by number 3, Vidiette.
So it'll be pass interference on Mill Valley.
Pass interference against the Jaguars.
So it will bring up a first down. And good pressure by that Mill Valley front seven. Burboyne really wasn't able to step into it. So 1st and 10 from the Jaguar 47. Burboyne looking to throw. Had plenty of time. He's got Jackson and it's incomplete. He had Cameron Jackson. Had a tight window and just missed him. So to bring up 2nd and 10, 7:28 left to go here in the first. First possession of the game for the Saints. A lot of motion going on in that front seven. Pitch to Cameron Jackson. Jackson can't get to the edge. That's going to be That was Carson Caldwell, the 6 foot, 198-pound junior. Cameron Jackson just not able to get to the edge. Loss of 4. 3rd and 14 as we approach 7 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Big spot here for this Mill Valley defense. They can get a stop. And it looks like Mill Valley will take a timeout. So we will go ahead. We'll take a timeout with them. We'll have 3rd and 14 coming up here on the other side. It'll be 3rd and 14 for St. Thomas Aquinas. .643 left to go here in the first. Again, St. Thomas Aquinas comes into this game 3-0. Sits atop Class 5 in the East at 3-0 and plus 39. Mill Valley comes in 2-1. Jackson goes in motion. Ball's fumbled. The snap is fumbled. And it looks like Aquinas fell on it, so it'll bring up 4th and 14. Big stop for the Jaguars. So it'll be Joe O'Leary. And it was tipped. It's going to take a little bit of a Saints bounce and bounce inside the 25-yard line. That was a pretty good punt, as that could have been disastrous for the Saints. So that is where the 23-yard line is where Mill Valley will take over for their second possession of the ball game. So it'll be 1st and 10. From the Jaguars' own 23-yard line. Preston looking to throw down the seam. It's going to be caught It's going to be Tally on the catch.
Preston pass
Kind of thrown up for grabs. Looks like
covered by Russell. First and 10 for the Jags at their 47.
now Preston looking to throw, throwing deep. It's going to be incomplete. Just missed his intended receiver.
And Zakowski covered by 20.
Jace Jakowski just hit his fingertips. Right now, the last two passes gone against number 29, Terrence Collins. So it'll be 2nd and 10. Preston in the shotgun. Preston's going to keep it, and he's going to get swarmed, and he's going to lose at least one.
Taken down by number 35, Zach Gooding.
Gooding was there on the tackle. That'll bring up 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. 3rd and 10 from 47.
Preston in the shotgun. He's got two receivers to his right. One. Preston looking to throw. He's under pressure. He's going to scramble to the right. Throws. It's going to be caught, but it's going to be short of the sticks.
Christian Mass waiting for the number 14, Wittenauer, coverage by
Matt Wittenauer on the catch. Bring up 4th and 7. That was only a gain of 3. Again, Preston had a lot of pressure in his face. Had to roll to his right.
Saints 49, 4th and 6.
And wasn't able to get too much behind that throw. Looks like Elias Carson will be back
Saints.
for the Saints as Mill Valley will punt on their second possession. Rugby style to the left, and it's going to be a bad... And it'll be down at the 36-yard line.
6.
Again, rugby style, but not too much distance on that one. So 4:17 left to go here in the first. First and 10. And there's going to be a false start on the play. So it'll be 1st and 15. Again, kind of saw it last week as well. St. Thomas Aquinas not as sharp as they should be in the first really 18 minutes of that ball game last week. They were up 7-0, and the only score that Blue Valley Northwest was able to get in the first half was a fumble recovery for a 54-yard touchdown. Ball is on the ground, but Reboyne's able to get it. So loss of 1.
Loss of 1. 2nd and 16.
It'll be 2nd and 16. And this is a rematch of last year's season sub-state battle. Aquinas ended up winning that one 55-21. Young's going to get it. Young's got a hole. He's going to get across the 40 and taken down at the 38-yard line. And again, Tank Young last couple of weeks have kind of ran over some defenses that aren't as good. This might be a kind of a more of a week 1 matchup for him. Young's going to stutter step. He gets just to the sticks. He gets stuck right there. They're going to mark him short.
First down. Henson on the stop.
So to bring up 4th and short.
4th and half a yard for the Saints.
So the Saints are going to keep their offense on the field. Here with 3 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Young behind. Got Jackson on the wing and O'Leary. Boyne's going to keep it. And he's got enough for the first down. Mill Valley acted like they stopped him, but it looked like Reboyne, before the forward progress was stopped, he had enough for the first down. And it looks like they're going to measure. 2 weeks ago they measured here, and it was about 1.5 yards off. They are going to bring out the sticks. It looked like just from up here that he had enough for the first down. And he's got the first down by the nose of the football. Not by much, though. So that'll bring up 1st and 10. Again, Tank Young on the first drive only had 1 carry, didn't get much. Now on this drive, already has 2 carries. One looking to throw, steps into it, he's got his man! It's going to be incomplete right through the hands. Charlie Mysick, the intended receiver, just went right through his hands. That was a great ball on Reboyne. 2nd and 10. Second possession of the ball game for the Saints. Still nothing on the scoreboard. O'Leary, the man in motion, going to pitch it to Young. Young stutter steps, makes a couple guys miss. Stiff arms. He's across midfield. He's going to be taken out near the 45-yard line. And Tank Young looked like he was going to get a loss of 1. And gets a gain of about 8. He is tough to take down. So bring up 3rd and 2. Young is able to get it, but he loses a couple of yards. They'll bring up 4th and 4. So 4th and 4 with under 2 minutes left to go here in the first. Looks like the Saints are just trying to get the Jaguars to jump off sides. And the Saints will take the penalty and the delay of game. So Joe O'Leary will punt this one away. O'Leary's punt is away. High in the air. It's going to be caught at the 20-yard line. Goes right. And not able to get anywhere. Is Talley not able to get anywhere. So that will bring up 1st and 10 for Mill Valley.
McElroy on the tackle for the Saints. 1st and 10 for the Jags from number 25.
So Preston will be in the shotgun. Green behind him. Hands off to Green. And Green Loses a couple. Going to bring up 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2, 2nd and 12 from the Jags 24.
So we approach a minute left to go here in the first quarter. Trips left. Preston looking to throw and can't find his man. Preston was under pressure. Just missed his man, had to get it out. It looked like it was a timing route. Just had to get it out a little early. Sikowski was the intended man, so they'll bring up 3rd and 12 with 52 seconds left to go here in the first. So if you're the Saints, you got to think pass. Play clock under 10. Preston looking right. He's throwing right, and he's got the first down. Matt Wittenauer on the catch.
Russell on the stop. 1st and 10 for the Jags from their 39.
Bring up 1st and 10. Hand off to Green up the middle. Green looked like he was going to have a couple of yards, but he only gets one. Had a nice little surge. That was met after a gain of 1. That could be the last play of this quarter. As we are now at 5 seconds left. And that will do it for the first quarter. So at the end of the first quarter, still 0-0 as you're watching high school football right here on 810 Varsity. Back here at St. Thomas Aquinas, second quarter action about to begin. Mill Valley has 2nd and 9. Preston out to Talley. Makes a man miss. And Talley's going to get a gain of a couple. So it'll be another 3rd down for the Jaguar offense. Looks like he got about a gain of 2 to bring up 3rd and 7. So far, Mill Valley's been able to get a couple of good plays, just no sustained drives so far. Preston looking to throw. He looks left. Had his man. Throws him just a little outside. So it'll bring up 4th and 7. Looks like that was Sikowski. So that will bring out the punt team. This will be the 3rd punt for Mill Valley. So Elias Carson is back to receive this. And play will be stopped. And it will be a false start on the Jaguars. Cooper Marsh is the one punting for the Jags. Snap is a little low. Punt is away. It's going to bounce. Carson's going to get it. He's going to be shoved out of bounds. So with 11:08 left to go in the half, the Saints will have their third possession of the game right at their own 40-yard line. So far, Aquinas hasn't been able to get much going. Man in motion. Like Tank Young gets the ball. He's going to stretch forward for about a gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
Caldwell on the stop. A gain of 3, 2nd and 7 from the 43.
And also last week, Tank Young had three of his 4 touchdowns came from 54 plus. Pitch to Cameron Jackson on the edge. He's got a little bit of a head. Cameron Jackson looks like he got about a gain of 5 and will bring up 3rd and 2. So Jackson was able to get to the edge on that one. Some good blocks on the edge as well. So 3rd and 2. You'd probably expect this football to go to number 28. Young stutter steps, makes a man miss, and he falls forward for a first down. Needed 2 and got 3.
That was a gain of 4 mid-hit on the stop from the Jags. 1st and 10 for the Saints with the Jaguars 48.
So that will bring up 1st and 10 from the Jaguar 48. O'Leary in motion. One keeps it. Stutter steps, makes a man miss. Falls forward near the 45-yard line. Got a gain of 2.5. So 2nd and 8 with 9:20 left to go before half. Hands off to Jackson on the counter, and nothing doing on the counter. As Mill Valley was able to sniff that one out pretty quickly. Loss of 5, and bring up 3rd and 13. Aquinas in the last couple of weeks have been able to put points on the board. So far tonight, nothing really doing for St. Thomas Aquinas. LeBoyne, play action, fake, and he is sacked. He had no time. So that will bring up a 4th and long. Went with the play action and just no time in the pocket. So that'll be the 3rd straight punt for the Saints. So that punt, high punt, and it's going to angle out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. But there is a flag on the play. There's going to be a hold on Aquinas. So with 7:45 left to go, Mill Valley's going to have pretty good field position to begin this drive. We'll see where they mark this one off. So it'll bring it to the Jaguars' 43-yard line.
10-yard penalty on Aquinas. 1st and 10 for the Jags from their 43.
So Preston in the pistol. He's got Green behind him. He's got 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Preston takes a snap. Looking left, it's going to be caught. It was caught, but out of bounds. It's intended for Cooper Marsh. Terrence Collins was able to jump that route, which was just a little late on it. We'll bring up 2nd and 10. Preston looking downfield. It's going to be caught by Talley. Talley beat Collins. And so that will bring the Jaguars into Saint territory. There was 7:35 left to go. Preston looking to throw. He's throwing deep to the left. And it's going to be incomplete. And there's going to be no flag called on the play. Zukowski looked like he might have not been able to get back from it. But that'll bring up 2nd and 10 with 7:24 left to go here in the half. Again, so far both teams have been able to get relatively around this spot. Just hasn't been able to get too much farther than that. Neither team so far has been in the red zone so far in this game. Looking to throw is Preston. Rolls to his right. Throws it downfield. Throws it out of bounds. There's a flag on the play. Might be a hold. And it is a hold on Mill Valley. So that'll take it back to the 48-yard line. Bring up 2nd and 26.
2nd and 26 for the Jaguars from their 48.
So Preston in the shotgun. He's got Green to his left, 3 receivers to his left as well. Preston looking to throw and can't find his man. There's going to be a flag thrown. Might be a hold. And it's going to be a hold on the defense. So it should be a 10-yard penalty and bring it back to where Mill Valley was. Second and 16. 7:13 left to go before halftime. Preston hands it off to Green and nothing doing. Met at about the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing. Javar Darrett in at the hole and meeting Green. So it'll bring up third. Bring up third and 17. So if you're this defensive line for St. Thomas Aquinas, you get to pin your ears back and come at Preston. Preston looking to throw, has time, throws deep to the left. It's going to be caught inside the 10-yard line. What a great catch by Zagowski. Harris was on the coverage. It was good coverage. Both guys were hand fighting a little bit. And Mill Valley able to be the first team in the red zone here tonight. They'll bring up first and goal from the 9. Preston looking to throw. He's under pressure. He's sacked. There came a blitz. Preston rolled right into it. And that is a big loss. Looks like about a loss of maybe 13 or 14. It'll be a loss of 12, excuse me. So it'll be first and goal from the 21-yard line. Again, Preston rolled right into the blitz. Preston looking to throw and has tally, but it goes through his hands. So it'll bring up third and goal. Russell was on the coverage, so with 5:25 left to go in the quarter, a big third down for both teams. It'll be third and goal. Preston in the shotgun. Blitz coming. Preston avoids the pressure. He's rolling right. Throws towards the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. As Mill Valley is the first team to get on the board here tonight. Matt Wittenauer for the touchdown will make it 6-0 Mill Valley. So 6-0 with 5:17 left to go in the second quarter. Swinging gate here for Mill Valley. And the play snap is good, hold is good, and the extra point is up, and it is good. So it's Mill Valley 7, St. Thomas Aquinas 0. As you are watching high school football right here on 810 Varsity. Back at St. Thomas Aquinas High School,
Touchback.
7-0 Mill Valley over Aquinas. As the Saints
Saints from their 20.
going to try to respond here. I mentioned it earlier, absolutely beautiful night. So 1st and 10. And there's going to be a false start on the Saints. Kind of seeing what we saw last week. A lot of mental mistakes so far for the Saints. So it'll bring up 1st and 15. Looks like McCormick in the backfield. Looks like Tank Young now going in motion. They're going to pitch it to Young. Young able to get to the edge. Stutter steps. He gets across the original line of scrimmage. Going to be gain of 7, excuse me, to bring up 2nd and 8. So Aquinas coming out with a little bit different look, putting Young out on the wing. Maybe trying to get him a little bit more to the edge. Boyne pitches it out to Jackson. Jackson has a seam. And it was good. That was a good tackle. I admit it. Gain of 3 brings up 3rd and 5. A big 3rd down for the Saints. And St. Thomas Aquinas is going to take a timeout. So we'll go ahead and step aside as well as you're watching high school football right here on 810 Varsity. Third and 5 for St. Thomas Aquinas. Mill Valley taking the lead on their last possession. Boyne pitches it to Young. Young hurdles a man. He's to the 35, 40. He's across midfield. There goes Tank Young. He's to the 10, the 5. He's caught. He steps forward. They're going to say he's short. They said he's 1 yard short. But what a run by Tank Young. They said he was taken down 1 yard shy, but a 74-yard run by Tank Young. Again, put him in the wing. A shovel pass to Tank Young, and you would think now you give it right back to Young. Again, that looked pretty familiar to a team you might see play on Sundays. Boyne keeps it. Let's see if they give it to him. Going to say he didn't get it, so to bring up 2nd and goal.
Shy of the goal line, 2nd down.
So 2nd and goal, here with 3:45 left to go in the quarter. Young, back in the backfield. Hands it off to Young. Young keeps his legs moving. He's not going to get there. It'll bring up 3rd and goal. And again, on that run, on that 74-yard run, Young got caught, but it looked like as he got tackled, he tried to reach across. That could come into play. Looks like he lost about a half a yard. So bring it up 3rd and goal with 3 minutes left to go in the half. One keeps it, lowers his shoulder. I don't think he got in either. So it'll bring up 4th and goal. So it'll bring up 4th and goal. 3 opportunities.
Shyrock on the stop for the Jags.
It looks like that football is close to that goal line. Just can't punch it in. So there'll be a timeout. And Mill Valley will take a timeout. We'll step aside as well. You're watching high school football right here on 810 Varsity. It'll be 4th and goal from about the half-yard line. That football is as close as you could possibly get to the goal line without getting in. So it'll bring up 4th and goal. Pitch it out to Young, and Tank Young finishes it off with a touchdown to make it 7-6. That's his 10th touchdown of the season in only 3.5 games. So O'Leary will kick this extra point. Snap is good, hold is good. And the extra point is up and good, so we have a tie ball game yet again. 7-all here at St. Thomas Aquinas. Tank Young had a 74-yard run on that drive. And then the Jaguars were able to hold St. Thomas Aquinas to a 4th and goal. And then Tank Young finishes off the drive with a 1-yard touchdown. That is his 10th touchdown of the season. He had 4 last week. So O'Leary will kick this one away, and it'll go into the end zone.
That's a touchback. First and 10 for the Jags from their 20.
So 2:09 left to go in the half. Mill Valley scoring on a 21-yard touchdown reception by Matt Wittenauer on the last possession. And with 2:09 left to go, it's a big spot for Mill Valley as St. Thomas Aquinas does get the ball to start the second half. Preston looking to throw, throws it out to Talley, and he'll get out of bounds. Be about a gain of 3. Second and 7 with 2:03 left to go in the half. Preston in the shotgun. He's got trips right, one to his left. Ball's on the ground. Preston's able to pick it up. He's just going to run with it. Looking to throw. And it's going to be caught and hit right at the 31-yard line. But Preston has a nice play, being able to make something out of something that looked like it was going to be a complete disaster. It was a little bit of a low snap. Couldn't handle it. Got on the ground, able to pick it up, and was able to get it and pick up a first down. Mill Valley getting organized as the play clock now below 10. Minute and a half left to go here in the half. Preston looking to throw, throws too high for his intended receiver. That'll bring up second and 10. So Mill Valley still has 2 timeouts remaining.
Second and 10 for the Jaguars from their 31.
So second and 10. Preston, hands off to Green up the middle. Green's going to fall forward for a gain of 2. It'll bring up third and 8, excuse me. Mill Valley looks like they're not in too big of a hurry, as they are looks like they are pretty content. Preston, play clock down to 15. Preston gets the signal from the sideline. St. Thomas Aquinas still has 2 timeouts remaining. And there is going to be a false start on the Jaguars, so that'll bring them back to 3rd and 13.
False start on Mill Valley, 5-yard penalty. 3rd and 13 from the 28.
So bring up 3rd and 13 from there, from the Mill Valley 28-yard line. .48 seconds left to go in the half. Aquinas does have 2 timeouts, so even if Mill Valley runs it or completes it inbounds, they can call a timeout and still have 1 left. And Green's going to get nowhere. And Aquinas will take one of those timeouts with 43 seconds left to go. Kind of the way the punts have gone so far for Mill Valley, St. Thomas Aquinas might get pretty good field position.
Timeout
This could be a big 43 seconds in this ball game. So Mill Valley got the scoring started about halfway through the second quarter with a 21-yard touchdown pass from Preston to Wittenauer. And then Tank Young tied the game up with a 1-yard run after he had a 74-yard run that set up the 1-yard touchdown. So it'll be 4th and 13. Chris Tennant into punt. First time he's punting this one away. Elias Carson, bad snap. Almost blocked, but able to get it away. Carson's going to catch it and get hit. But with 35 seconds left to go and 1 timeout, St. Thomas Aquinas has plenty of time to get on the board. This is a big spot for Mill Valley. Aquinas does get the ball to start the second half, so if Aquinas scores here, they can also score again to start the second half, and that could be a huge swing in this game. First and 10 from the Saints' 48-yard line. Young going in motion. They're going to pitch it to Young. Young's going to stutter step. Doesn't get a lot. Looks like he gets just back to the line of scrimmage. One looking to throw. Got his man Jackson. It's caught inside the 20-yard line. Cameron Jackson with a big catch. And St. Thomas Aquinas trying to get up to the line of scrimmage. 24 seconds left to go in the half. Trying to get organized. Pitch out to Young. Young has got a seam, makes a man miss, and he stumbles out of bounds. Looks like he had enough for the first down.
First down. First and goal for the Saints from the 7-yard line.
So it'll be first and goal from the 7-yard line. A big 15 seconds in this ball game. Going face it, and he's sacked at the 15-yard line. And the Saints will take their last timeout.
Timeout by Aquinas. That is their third and final timeout.
So with 11 seconds left to go in this half, you might see St. Thomas Aquinas try to take a shot towards the end zone, or you may see them just attempt the field goal. From about here, you're probably looking at about a 30 to 32-yard field goal. I believe O'Leary has the leg to get it through. So Aquinas will go for the end zone here. Man in motion. Boyne looking to throw the slant.
Boyne pass incomplete, intended for number 13, Theo Grable.
Intended for Grable.
3rd third and goal from the
Might have been better. Might have been the best result they could have got because I don't think Grable was going to get in the end zone. So with 8 seconds left, and Aquinas has no timeouts remaining, and the play clock now at 7. One looking to throw. Throws it to Williams. Bang! It's going to be incomplete. It was a good pass now with 4 seconds left. Here comes the field goal unit. O'Leary. We'll see where the holder. Looks like it's going to be right on the 20-yard line. So a 30-yard field goal coming here for O'Leary. And Mill Valley will take their final timeout, try to ice the kicker.
Mill Valley takes their third and final timeout.
Again, Aquinas will get the ball to start the second half. So this could be a big 3 points. If they can get this and score out of halftime, they can make it a 10-point game before Mill Valley gets the ball back. So a 30-yard field goal coming here for Joe O'Leary and the Saints. 4 seconds left before halftime. Snap. Not as good. And it is up and good. Snap went right on the turf. Good catch and hold by Theo Grable. And O'Leary makes it a 10-7 ball game at halftime. So with halftime here, we will go ahead and step aside. When we come back, we will have second half action as St. Thomas Aquinas leads Mill Valley 10-7 as you're watching high school football right here on 810 Varsity. back here at St. Thomas Aquinas High School here for second half action. As the Saints will be set to get this one started here in the third quarter. Mill Valley got the scoring started in the first half. 21-yard touchdown from Preston Wittenauer. And that one's going to be just caught at the 1-yard line. Makes a man miss up the middle and falls forward to the 35. There is a flag, probably a block in the back. As you can see it from here, there's a block in the back. As Jaden Russell had a 34-yard return, but now it is negated. So that will have St. Thomas Aquinas starting deep in their own territory, inside their own 10-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 9. And in motion. Hands up to Tank Young. Tank Young. He's to the 20. He's to the 30. To the 40. He could go. There goes Tank Young. A 91-yard touchdown to start this half. Tank Young made himself skinny when he hit the line, and then he was able to do the rest with his feet. And that is what Tank Young can do. A 91-yard touchdown to start the second half. And that field goal at the end of the half comes in huge because now O'Leary can make it a 10-point ball game. Snap is good, hold is good. O'Leary's extra point is up and good. We've got a 10-point ball game here at St. Thomas Aquinas as Aquinas leads Mill Valley 17-7 as you're watching high school football right here on 810 Varsity. Back here at St. Thomas Aquinas High School after a 91-yard touchdown from Tank Young. Makes it 17-7. Aquinas over Mill Valley here with 11:40 left to go in the third quarter. O'Leary's kick goes into the end zone, and it will be a touchback. So Mill Valley will start from their own 20-yard line. And Mill Valley was the first one to get on the board. And now after 17 unanswered points, Mill Valley finds themselves in a pretty quick 10-point hole. Had a 7-0 lead with 2:09, about 2:15 left to go in the first half. Now, with 11:40 left to go in the third quarter, they are down 17-7. So Preston will have three receivers to his left, looking for Tally. Tally can't get anywhere. Might have got back to the line of scrimmage. Might have got a gain of 1. But that'll bring up 2nd and long. Now you're starting to see St. Thomas Aquinas start to fly around on the defensive side. Gain of 2 would bring up 2nd and 8. Play clock down to 10. Green to the right of Preston. 3 receivers. Green will catch it out of the backfield. And gets close to the first down. Looks like a gain of 7, and it'll bring up 3rd and 1. Or excuse me, 3rd and 2. Sometimes when it goes over to that far side, kind of hard to see where they're going to spot it. But 3rd and 2 after the gain of 6 from Green. Big 3rd down for both teams. Low snap, Preston able to handle it though, under pressure. Rolls out to the right. Can't find his man, and it'll be incomplete, so it'll bring up 4th and 2 with 10:19 left to go in the 3rd, and at this spot, you've got to punt it. And again, the way St. Thomas Aquinas in their last 3 drives have been able to move the football, Aquinas can really take over this game. Elias Carson standing at about his own 45-yard line. High end over end. Elias Carson's going to call for a fair catch. It's going to bounce and head back towards midfield. And St. Thomas Aquinas is going to start right at midfield. Great starting field position for the Saints here with 10:09 left to go in the 3rd quarter. First and 10. In last drive, Tank Young took the first play of the half, 91 yards for a touchdown. Lemoyne, play action, looking for his man down the seam, and it's going to be incomplete. Intended for Jack Gable. He's going to bring up 2nd and 10 with 10:04 to go in the 3rd quarter. And Lemoyne has had some pretty good throws. Just hasn't been able to connect. Second and 10. O'Leary in motion. They're going to pitch it to Tank Young. Tank Young's going to make a man miss. Stumbles forward. Gets about a gain of 5. Say about a gain of 4 to bring up 3rd and 6. Still a manageable 3rd down for the Saints, but for Mill Valley, a big spot here. They need to be able to get the Saints off the field. Nine and a half left to go in the 3rd. Looks like number 1, TJ Williams Bay, the receiver out to the far side. Jumped offside, so it'll be a false start on the Saints. So it'll make it 3rd and 11 at the Saints' own 49-yard line. Man in motion is Jackson. One looking to throw. He's got his man. Incomplete. It's intended for Joe O'Leary. And here comes the punt team for St. Thomas Aquinas. So Leary will be back. Punt this one away. High end over end kick. Going to be caught at the 15-yard line. Talley looks like close to the 20, and there's going to be a flag thrown late And this came from the back judge. Going to be a block in the back on Mill Valley, so that will make Mill Valley start deep in their own territory. First and 10. Green gets the carry. Falls forward. Gain of 4 to bring up 2nd and 6 as we approach 8.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Preston again in the pistol. Green behind him. Twins the east side man coming in motion. Looking for Tally. And great pursuit by the Saints. That was Jaden Russell who read that all the way. So bring up 3rd and 11 after a loss of 5. Preston getting a signal from the sideline. It's the play clock now at 6. Low snap. Preston looking to throw. As his man, and it's incomplete. Trying to get the over-the-shoulder grab. So now, No Valley will punt this one away. And the punter will be standing in his own end zone. In this situation, got to have a pretty good snap, catch the snap, and get the punt away. Aquinas has been close a couple times to blocking one. Low snap, and the punt is away. It's going to be bounce at the 30-yard line. It's going to take a Jaguar roll, but it's going to die just before the 45-yard line. So great field position for the Saints when we come back with 7:12 left to go in the third quarter. Back here at St. Thomas Aquinas High School. Moyne fakes it. He's got a seam. He cuts forward. He falls down. He loses the football, but he was down. Taken down at the 33-yard line. Gain of 12 on that play. It'll bring up 1st and 10. Under 7 minutes left to go here in the third. O'Leary going in motion. They're going to pitch it to Tank Young. Young spins off a tackle, falls forward. Looks like about a gain of 4 that'll bring up 2nd and 6. So far, Tank Young's been bottled up other than 2 plays. He has a 74-yard run that he ended up finishing the drive on a 4th and goal to make it to tie the game. And he had to start this half a 91-yard touchdown. Going to hand it back off to Tank Young. He bounces off a tackler, but then he loses Loses 6. So he missed. He was able to avoid the first tackle, but couldn't avoid the second one, so to bring up 3rd and 12 with 5:50 left to go here in the third quarter. Get 17 unanswered points so far from the Saints. Man in motion. Moyne looking to throw. He's got his man on the out route. Caught! And he's going to have enough for the first down inside the 20-yard line. Oh, it's 13, Theo Grable. 6'1", 176-pound sophomore. And that's a timing route. And Boyne was able to hit him in a perfect stride to pick up the first down. O'Leary in motion. Gonna pitch it to Tank Young. Tank Young stutter steps and can't get anywhere. Looks like he lost one. So we approach 5 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. And the ball's on the turf. And that's a couple of bad snaps. But Aquinas has been able to land on all of them. So to bring up 3rd and 12. Man in motion. Throws to the end zone for O'Leary, and it's incomplete. Great coverage. A minute. Gonna bring up 4th and 12. We'll see what they do. O'Leary looks like he's got a pretty good leg on him. It looks like that's what they're gonna do. Looks like it's gonna be at the 28-yard line. This will be a 38-yarder. O'Leary made a 30-yarder to end the half. Snap is good. Hold is good. It's long enough. And it is wide left. It had the distance, but with 4:04 left to go, this ball game stays at 17-7 as Mill Valley will take over from there. That's a big break for Mill Valley. They could have made it a 13-point ball game. Still would have been a 2-score game. Mill Valley really need to get something going. Hasn't really been able to get much going ever since their scoring drive. And again, Mill Valley coming into this game 2-1. Currently sit -1 though in the point spread. St. Thomas Aquinas sits up top, tied with DeSoto at 3-0 and plus 39. Preston fakes Tally. Throws it deep, and it's going to be incomplete. Dustin Sweet was the intended receiver. Looked like it was going to be a fake swing pass to Tally. And then Sweet down the seam. So 3:58 left to go in the third quarter. 2nd and 10. Preston looking, throws, finds his man. That'll be a first down. They need to get across the 30. Looks like a gain of about 13. Matt Wittenauer on the catch. He has the lone touchdown of the ball game for Mill Valley, a 21-yard touchdown. Preston hands it off to Green. Green tries to stutter step. Gets a gain of about 2. It'll bring up second and 8. Excuse me, gain of 3. Brings up second and 7. And so far, Green not being able to get much going. He did come into the game with 329 yards, averaging a little over 100 yards a game. Preston out to Green, but Green stumbles. So loss of 1, that'll bring up third and 8. So that was actually a loss of 2. That's going to bring up third and 9. Blitz coming. Preston looking down the seam. And it's going to be caught. What a catch by Logan Talley. Little underthrown. And then jumped over the defensive back to be able to catch that pass. So now Mill Valley back into Saint territory. As we approach 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter, big drive for Mill Valley. If they can get a score here, put some more pressure on St. Thomas Aquinas. Preston looking. He's going to keep it. He's got a little bit of a hole, makes a man miss, and he's going to fall to the 30-yard line, gain of 6, and that'll bring up second and 4. So now Mill Valley starting to get a little bit of more rhythm here on offense as we approach the end of the third quarter. Almost a minute left. Preston, swing pass out to Talley. Talley's going to make a man miss inside the 20-yard line. So that will bring up a first and 10.
First and 10 Jaguars from the Saints 19.
In the pistol. And Green gets nowhere. Gain of 1 will bring up second and 9. So 20 seconds left here in the quarter. They will have to snap at the play clock. 2 seconds short of that. Preston out to Green. Green tries to get in the middle, and there's nothing doing. Might be a gain of 1, and that will do it for the third quarter. The only score in this quarter was a 91-yard touchdown run from Tank Young to make it 17-7, but Mill Valley threatening to score here as we will have fourth quarter action for you here on 810 Varsity. Back here at Aquinas High School, start of the fourth quarter. So 3rd and 8 for Mill Valley. Preston again in the pistol with Green behind him. Preston looking for the end zone. It's going to be broken up. Number 29, Terrence Collins. Collins, good play, came off his coverage and able to bat that one away. So to bring up 4th and 8, as Mill Valley going to try to make this a one-score game. So it'll be a 34-yard field goal. Snap is good. Hold is good, almost blocked. That one has the distance. And it is good. So we've got a one-score ball game as that field goal makes it 17-10. St. Thomas Aquinas 34-yard field goal for Aquinas. Or, excuse me, for Mill Valley. So with 11:51 left to go in the fourth quarter, got a tight one here as the number 2 team in the city having a hard time putting Mill Valley away. And the kick is away, and it'll go into the end zone as the wind has picked up a little bit, so Mill Valley had the wind to its back. So St. Thomas Aquinas will begin this drive at their own 20-yard line. In the third quarter, to begin the half, they had a 91-yard scoring drive on one play. But ever since then, in the third quarter, not really much going for St. Thomas Aquinas. Mill Valley on this drive, they can get a stop to give their offense an opportunity to possibly tie the game up. Pitches it to Tank. Tank tries to make a man miss, but it looks like Tank Young loses a yard. So the last 3 runs for Tank Young, -6, -1, and -1. Does have a 74-yard run and a 91-yard. Again, Young out on the wing this time. One looking to throw. Now he's going to step up, and he gets sacked. Big third down for both teams. St. Thomas Aquinas is trying to keep their offense on the field, and Mill Valley can get a chance to get the football and tie this game up in the fourth quarter. .30. LeBoyne pitches it out to Young. He got out to the edge, makes a couple guys miss. He's going to be close, but he's not going to have enough. I mean, 4th and 2. Got a gain of 10. So that will bring up a punt. A big stop for Mill Valley. As now Mill Valley will have an opportunity to tie this game up. O'Leary, a high punt. And it's going to bounce. It is going to bounce at the 15-yard line. And there's going to be a penalty as O'Leary punts the football out. It was a punt of about -13. Now Mill Valley has a prime opportunity to tie this game up. O'Leary, normally a pretty reliable punter. That one just went straight up in the air. And as it was going out of bounds, instead of just touching it, he kicked it out of bounds. So it was half the distance to the goal. So it'll bring up 1st and goal for Mill Valley. They need 8 yards to tie this game up. .9:31 left to go in the 4th. Trips left for Preston. Preston looking. And just throws it out of bounds. So it'll bring up 2nd and goal from the 8. And this will be Mill Valley's best opportunity, field position-wise, to get on the board. And if you're St. Thomas Aquinas, you try Preston low snap. Under pressure, makes a man miss, and nothing doing there. As a bad snap takes him from the 8-yard line to about the 16-yard line. So it'll bring up 3rd and 16. 8:50 left to go in the 3rd quarter. 3rd and goal. Fade to the end zone. And it is caught. I'm going to say it's incomplete. That was a very close play. Wittenauer looked like he had it. And that was a beautiful ball by Preston. So now on Mill Valley is going to try to cut this to a 4-point game. Snap is good. Hold is good. There's going to be a flag on the play, and it's going to be offsides. Looks like on Jaden Russell. So it'll be a 5-yard penalty. So with 8:42 left to go, Mill Valley started that drive on the St. Thomas Aquinas 8-yard line. Trying to at least get points on this drive. Snap is good, hold is good. Kick is up. And it is good. So it makes it 17-13. St. Thomas Aquinas over Mill Valley. So with 8:38 left to go, Mill Valley cuts this to a 4-point game as you're watching high school football right here on 810 Varsity. Back at St. Thomas Aquinas, 8:38 left to go in the fourth quarter. Mill Valley just made this a 17-13 ball game. And this kick, angling right, and it's going to go into the back of the end zone. So Aquinas will start at their own 20-yard line. And again, last drive had 2 runs of -1. Tank Young was able to get 10 yards, but still made it 4th and 2. And then a negative 13-yard punt made worse by O'Leary kicking it out of bounds. Made it half the distance to the goal. The Saints just got lucky. Mill Valley came away with a field goal. So other than the first play of the drive for Aquinas of this half, have not been able to get much going on the offensive end. Pitch it out to Tank Young. Makes a man miss. Breaks a tackle across the original line of scrimmage, and it'll be pushed out of bounds. We'll see where they spot it. It's like a gain of 3. So it'll bring up 2nd and 7. .8:30 to go in the fourth. LeBoyne hands it off to Tank Young. He gets across the line of scrimmage. So gain of 5 on that play. Brings up 3rd and 2. Big play for both teams. St. Thomas Aquinas, again, mentioned it, hasn't done much since the 91-yard touchdown run by Tank Young. Hands it off to Tank Young. Tank Young spins. He got close to the sticks. He's right at the 30-yard line. Spins forward. And that will be a first down. Got right to the sticks. Young spun forward, able to get the first down and keep this drive alive with 7.5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Jackson going in motion. They fake the pitch to Jackson. Young cuts back. He's to midfield. He's to the 40. He's got one man to beat. To the 20. 10, 5, shoved out. I think he's staying in. They call it a touchdown. Tank Young, a 70-yard touchdown. And there's not much else you can say about Tank Young other than he's an impressive-looking sophomore running back. And Young got a good block on the edge, able to get to the edge, and then makes it 23-13. What a run by Tank Young. Made a couple guys miss and then just outran everybody. O'Leary on for the extra point. Snap is good. Hold is good. O'Leary's extra point is up, and it is good, and makes it a 24-13 ball game here at St. Thomas Aquinas with 7:12 left to go in the fourth quarter as you're watching high school football right here on 810 Varsity. A 70-yard touchdown run by Tank Young gives Aquinas an 11-point lead with 7:12 left to go in the fourth quarter. So O'Leary going to kick this one away. It's going to be a squib, and it's going to be squibbed out of bounds. So it'll be spotted. So it'll be marked at the 35-yard line. $7:12 left to go here in the fourth. Mill Valley's gotten 2 field goals on their last 2 drives. Now they need at least another field goal to make this a 1-score game. Preston fakes it to Green, and it's going to be incomplete. Matt Whitnire. As Collins has had a couple good plays so far. Looked like he did get away with a little bit of a hold. But with 7:07 left to go to bring up 2nd and 10. Preston. Swing pass out to Talley. Talley stutter steps. Gets about a gain of 1. And to bring up 3rd and 9. It was a gain of 2 to bring up 3rd and 8. A big spot here for Mill Valley. And it looks like the Jaguars are going to take a timeout to discuss this 3rd and 8 with 6:21 left to go in the fourth quarter. As so far in the second half, St. Thomas Aquinas outscoring Mill Valley 14-6. Mill Valley had a great opportunity last drive to be able to tie the game. It was 17-10 and a negative 13-yard punt, and then O'Leary punting the football out of bounds, put the ball at the 8-yard line. A bad snap on 2nd down pretty much knocked Mill Valley out of close range, knocked him out of the 10-yard line, knocked it to about the 21-yard line. They were able to knock in a field goal, but then Tank Young was able to get in for a 70-yard touchdown run to make it 24-13. So Mill Valley's had opportunities in this game. So now 3rd and 8 with 6:21 left to go in the fourth quarter. A big spot for this Jaguar offense. Preston will have a bunch formation trips to the right. Green behind him to his left. A little bit of a low snap, able to handle it as Preston. Preston is tripped up at the 30-yard line. And that was number 90, Peyton Reeves on the sack. And that is a big stop for the Saints, as that will force the Jaguars to punt this one away. With 5:50 left to go in the fourth quarter. Low snap! And it's going to be, they say it's going to be tipped. That one almost near disaster for Mill Valley, as the punt rolls down to the 35-yard line of the Saints. So that's where St. Thomas Aquinas will take over with 5:26 left to go in the game. So 5:26 left to go in the fourth quarter. Man in motion. Pitches it out to Cameron Jackson. Jackson tries to get to the edge. And he's taken down by his... Cameron Jackson looked like he was ripped down by his helmet. Still got a gain of 5, so it'll bring up gain of 6 and bring up 2nd and 4. And Jackson did go out of bounds, so the clock is stopped. Man in motion. Tank Young spins off a tackler. It's taken down at the 45-yard line. Just enough for a first down. A gain of 5 there for Tank Young. And you've seen Young a lot tonight. Spin off of a lot of tacklers. So we are now under 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Aquinas looking to seal the deal here. Man in motion is O'Leary. Boyne's going to keep it. He's across midfield. Gain of 6. Going to be 2nd and 4. Aquinas running down the play clock. Man in motion. Gives it to Tank Young. Actually, excuse me. Tate Raboyne had it. He kept it for a gain of about 6. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Jaguars' 42-yard line. .340 left to go in the game. Boyne's going to keep it. Looks like he's going to lose 2. Mill Valley has 2 timeouts remaining. We are under 3.5 minutes left to go. Second and 12, 3 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Bourne's going to keep it, pitch it out to Cameron Jackson. Does he get to the edge? Jackson stays in bounds. Gain of about 6. It'll be 3rd and 6. We're now under 2.5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. And there's going to be an offsides on Mill Valley. It won't be enough for a first down, but it will make it 3rd and 1. And Mill Valley will call their second timeout of the half. We'll go ahead and take it with them. There's 2:09 left to go. St. Thomas Aquinas trying to ice the football game. You're watching high school football right here on 810 Varsity. It'll be 3rd and 1 for the Saints at the Jaguar 33-yard line. With 1 timeout remaining, this could do it if they can get just 1 yard. It'll be 3rd and 1. McCormick in at tailback. Bourne's going to keep it, makes a man miss, and he's going to have enough for the first down. Bourne looked like he was going to be taken down in the backfield, able to break a tackle, and was able to pick up the first down. So with under 2 minutes left to go, Mill Valley can only stop the clock one more time. So 1:40 left to go in the fourth quarter. McCormick's going to get it. Stutter steps to the right. It's just across the 30-yard line. Gain of about 2. And Mill Valley will take their final timeout here at the half. So with 1:29 left to go, looks like St. Thomas Aquinas is going to take this one and improve to 4-0. So Mill Valley has no timeouts remaining. Here with 1:29 Des Moines going to hand it off to Cameron Jackson on the counter. Going to keep his feet. Jackson's going to keep his feet moving.
Jackson on the carry. Again on the stop with the Jacks.
So it'll bring up third down. They're down in 5 as Jackson was able to pick up 3. As 1 minute remains here in the fourth quarter. It looks like St. Thomas Aquinas is going to take one of their 3 timeouts. We'll go ahead and take it with them as you're watching high school football right here on 810 Varsity. .45 seconds left to go. Jackson going to get the carry. Going to fall forward. That'll bring up 4th down. We'll see. It's going to be about 5-second differential between the play clock and the game clock. So Aquinas will improve to 4-0 on the season. Mill Valley will fall to 2-2. As Mill Valley next week will host Blue Valley North. St. Thomas Aquinas next week will travel to Blue Valley West. So 6 seconds left to go. Aquinas will take a timeout. Again, in this one, really had to grind it out. Did Aquinas kind of different than the beginning, than the last 2 weeks. Had to grind out a win against Blue Valley at the beginning of the year. And the last 2 weeks between Blue Valley Northwest and Blue Valley Southwest really kind of blew them out. But here, Mill Valley coming off a 40-7 loss, came in with a lot of fight. They were able to get on the board first to make it 7-0. As St. Thomas Aquinas really wasn't able to get much going, and then a 74-yard run by Tank Young set up a 1-yard touchdown by Tank Young to tie the game, and then a 34-yard field goal at the end of the half, or a 30-yard field goal, excuse me, at the end of the half, made it 10-7. And then on the first play of the second half, Tank Young made it a 10-point ball game, and then 2 field goals later for Mill Valley, it was 17-13. And then on a long drive by St. Thomas Aquinas, made it 24-13. Cameron Jackson going to get it. He's going to be taken down with 3 seconds left to go. So Mill Valley will take over. So Mill Valley, St. Thomas Aquinas going ahead and putting out their prevent defense. They've got 4 defensive backs all the way back at their own 40-yard line. So Mill Valley, it's going to be caught, but it's going to be down. And with no time left, St. Thomas Aquinas improves to 4-0 as Mill Valley will fall to 2-2. And again, St. Thomas Aquinas will travel to Blue Valley West next week, and Mill Valley will host Blue Valley North. As again, Mill Valley had a tough 2 weeks stretch in their schedule between Bishop Miege and St. Thomas Aquinas, both on the road. But hard-fought game. St. Thomas Aquinas grinding this one out for win number 4 on the season. And as again, the big story, Tank Young had himself another day here tonight as he starts to pile up the stats and piles up the touchdowns as he had 3 touchdowns in this one as he came in with 9, so he leaves this game with 12. So you've been watching 8-10 varsity right here. You've been watching St. Thomas Aquinas defeats Mill Valley 24-13 as we will have more high school football action for you next week here on 8-10 varsity. Thank you for listening and watching, and have a great night.